Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Ramawan coming to you with another lesson. All in the name of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. I want to say, Call Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakudash. Double honors as always goes to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and have taught us this truth. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the Arkham out there, pushing this word and truth and sincerity, that are pushing it in one accord, man. You know, singing the same song. All right. So with that, this is just going to be a brief lesson because I previously done a lesson on this just a couple of days ago, and you know, but this is just to make the point again because this isn't going away. All right. So here we have another story, and this is in Britain again, talking about food shortages, man. So it says British supermarkets begin rationing vegetables. And they're blaming bad weather and high energy costs. It says bad weather and high energy costs may result in tomatoes, cucumbers and peppers disappearing from our shelves. It says the UK's largest grocer, Tesco, has joined rivals Asda, Morrison's and Aldi by slapping limits on purchases of salad vegetables due to supply shortages, the company announced on Wednesday. Tesco said it decided to limit the sales of tomatoes, peppers and cucumbers to 3 per person. The company noted that it was introducing these limits as a precautionary measure in order to ensure that more people get the goods they need. So and you know, this is just another game of the devil, because what happens when they start telling you shortages? People start buying stuff up, man. You know, now you can say you want to ration it to people, but if I got a family of 5 and I send my 3 kids in to each time to get some of these fruits and vegetables or whatever, and then I go in and I send my wife in or whatever, you know, that's 5 trips, you know, that's 5 trips, 15 purchases or 15 amounts of said vegetables, man. So this is a game. Esau knows that people can get around this. And I say Esau because, oh man, these companies are run by these elites, man. And these elite companies are part of this whole process that's going to bring this system down. All right. Anyway, it says budget supermarket chain Aldi has also placed a temporary 3-item limit on these vegetables, as the cap purchase limits to 3 per person on 8 products, including broccoli and raspberries, while Morrison's limited purchase to 2 per person on 4 products, including broccoli. So it says analysts say the current troubles stem from 2 reasons. Firstly, supplies in Morocco and Spain, the UK's biggest sources of fresh vegetables in the winter, have been suffering from cold temperatures, rain and flooding over the past month, which disrupted harvests and halted deliveries. Secondly, the UK's own farmers have been struggling to power their greenhouses due to rising energy prices. You see, who's running this energy, man? The same people, these same elites that are putting these energy prices on high, that the average Joe or the working class can't afford to keep up with, man. So the same people who are capping, you know, these, you know, they're all in league together basically. So you've got one set of people that has forced the farmers to not be able to produce the vegetables, and then when it goes into the supermarkets are capping the amounts that you can buy. I want to jump to the bottom paragraph. It says, meanwhile, industry experts warn there may be price increases as a result of the shortages in the coming weeks. It comes as food prices in the UK are already rising at their fastest rate in over 40 years, having jumped from 16.8% year on year in December. So yeah, man, this is just a recap, man. This ain't going away. All right, understand this. And this is all part of prophecies, man. All right, this is part of them plagues that are coming to this earth, man. I'm going to read this real quick. So it says, Habakkuk 2:2, it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Meaning he may get his ass into gear, basically. You know, get to know him what's up. You know, this is for our learning. It says for you know, and for our preparation. it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And we're at the end. Understand, we're at the end, man. It might not feel like it all the time, but if you're looking into these articles and you're seeing what's going on in the world, man, you should know that we're at the end, right? But Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So this is the end of Esau's world, man. Right? It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Right? So though it feels like it's tarrying, though it feels like you're waiting, you keep waiting. It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So before you know it, you've been waiting around, before you know it, boom, it's here. The troubles, the plagues are upon us. All right? And I'm going to continue reading, actually, because it makes up a good point. Just a couple of more. So it says, verse 4 says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Because these devils are not upright, man. What they're doing to this world and what they're trying to bring it into their new world order that's not upright, man. They want complete control of the people. All right, they want control of your body, your mind, and your spirit, man. Verse 5 says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. He's bringing nothing but doom, man, and destruction to this world, man. People are at an all-time low, right? It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's that NWO, man. That's what he ultimately wants. That's what he ultimately wants, the control, man. I can continue reading on. I'll read a couple more, actually. It says, verse 8 says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. And it says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Right? This devil is trying to put himself on high, so he is above all other nations and all other people on this earth, and he wants to be known as the ruler. He wants to be known as the ruler, man. People don't understand that. People, he's the ruler already of this world, Esau, right? Job 9:24 tells you that, but because he's the wicked, right? But most people don't know this. Most people don't understand that. But he wants it to be declared. Anyway, swiftly moving on, a quick one in Ezra's 2nd Ezra 16, and where am I? I start at 17. Says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, the last days, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And for those who don't know what I'm reading here, if you've never read it before, this is the 1611 version of the Apocrypha, which shows you that there's no V's at that time. So it's the spellings are different. But as you can read it and make and understand, even though it has to use V's sometimes. Right? Because you can't, spelling victuals would be pretty difficult. So that's the confusion that comes in. But anyway, moving on, just had to make that point. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And like I said, right, people are walking around. I don't understand what's going on, man. People are always, they think they watch too many, all these Hollywood movies and think there's a silver lining, there's a heroic ending. There is going to be a heroic ending, but not the way they think. It's going to be a heroic ending for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and the children of Israel, man, and more importantly, the elect. Verse 22 says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So yeah, you know, that's plain and simple. You know, this famine talk is not going away. I'm going to get one more. Yeah. Revelation 22:6, it says, and he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true. And the Lord Yahweh of the holy prophets sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must shortly be done, which are these plagues, these prophecies. You know, the wickedness, sorry, not the wickedness, the woes, I should say. They're not, it's not, this is by the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. So it's not wickedness. I didn't mean to say that. The woes is what I meant to say. Right? It must be done on this earth, man, for amendment, as we've just read in 2nd Ezra 16. It says, verse 7 says, behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Because we read this and we believed, man. Right? We read the prophecies and we were taught prophecies and we was taught how to understand and read the prophecies and we believed it, man. All right? And we still believe it to the end. It says, and I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. And that's that belief, man. It says, verse 9 says, then saith he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren of the prophets. So the angel telling him, look, don't you listen, he's a servant, man. You know, you don't need to kneel to the angels, man. All right. Remember, the scriptures say that the Lord says that ye are gods, man. All right. The men of the elect are gods, man. Powers. So, and the angels are powers, man. But that's another lesson anyway. It says, yes, then saith he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book. Worship Yahweh. All right. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. All right. And I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there, man, because the time is at hand, you know. And that's basically the point of this lesson, man. This ain't, you know, this talk is not going away. It's going to become more and more of it. More and more talk of wars, famines, and pestilence. Don't be surprised if there's not another psychological event like what we had in the last 4 years, all right? Don't be surprised if there's another one. All right, I can almost say it's going to be guaranteed that that's going to happen, all right? Anyway, like I said, it's going to be a quick one. So with that, I'm going to say, Kahal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakudash. Lord willing, this was edifying. And shalom to the next one.